in. How is it going, everyone? Welcome to more I Wanna Best the 100 Floors. A game that I haven't played in a bit, but I still haven't finished, so I gotta play. How is it going, Draynor? Yeah, we are in the void right now. Surely. It feels a little bit strange to play a fun game after releasing my fun game. But yeah, here I am. I've been told that this game is easier than my fun game, but I don't know about that. I just find this game to be very hard, you know? Like, a little bit hard. I mean, if you look at the amount of time I've been playing this, according to the file, I'm in 32 hours and I'm still not even close to being done. I don't see how this game could be harder than my fun game, honestly. But yeah, it's fine. It happens. I haven't done anything of this screen actually. Like, I think as soon as I got to this screen I stopped playing, like I usually do. So hey, that's that. Yeah, it's probably a game that it's easier if you play on keyboard. Surely, that's the reason. Yeah, but probably it isn't. I don't know. Also, remember that I think it was yesterday that I say that despite being in January, it was not hot. Well, it is hot now, which is probably why you might hear me a little bit, you know, exhausted. Yeah, it's fine. Could be worse, I guess. Not a big deal. It is a little bit hot, that's for sure. So yeah. It shouldn't affect my performance, but... or maybe it will. I don't know, heat can be something very bad. And it is, in this case. But yeah, it's fine. Gotta get used to it. It's summer. Wish it wasn't, but it is summer. Well, unusually on summer, something that I do is play games like this one because I know that they don't take a lot of processing power, so my PC won't overheat. But I don't know. With this new PC, that shouldn't be a problem. Or I mean, at least it shouldn't be a problem to the point where it stops working. It might be a problem for me being in the same room though. Because I would assume that it will heat up more. But I really don't know what are the games that make this computer work a lot, because I think that things like PS2 emulators or stuff like that don't really make it work a lot. Even if the previous one couldn't do it, not like this one takes a lot to do it. yeah, I don't think that emulation will be an issue in that regard. Well, I cannot do this jump. Yeah, I feel like when I see alright, nice. When I see people play my fun game, I see myself playing this game. I basically being very lost on a lot of jumps that if the creator was watching this, he will be very impressed that I'm struggling in some jumps. That I shouldn't be struggling in. Just that the developer perspective is very different from someone that is seeing it for the first time. So a lot of these jumps, if you know what to do, they are probably super easy, but I don't know what to do for like most of these jumps until I figure it out. Though here it's not just a matter of figuring it out or not. I think that there is a very obvious execution factor that takes me a little bit to do. Like if I didn't know any better, I wouldn't say that this game is harder than my fun game at all. Sorry, the opposite. That my fun game is harder than this game at all. But it's impossible to travel to an alternate dimension where I play my fun game for the first time. So, I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's what I was saying, gamepad disadvantage. This game is most likely easier on keyboard. I think that binds are one of those things. I don't remember who, but I think someone told me that binds are easier for keyboard. I mean, I will be willing to believe it considering how obnoxious they are for me. Some of these saves do look easier. Well, I mean, that depends on what save you compare it to, I guess. But I mean, like in general, it's definitely not easier. Like, my fun games has some precise jumps that usually are in between jumps that are not that big of a deal. This game, on the other hand, has pretty much precise jumps everywhere. Like, every jump is a precise jump. Sure, the checkpoints for the most part are not as long, but yeah, I don't know though. Having the developer perspective certainly doesn't help. So yeah, it is what it is. It's pretty crazy that I already released my fun game, and I'm pretty sure I started playing this fun game before I even started working on my fun game. And yeah, apparently, you know, apparently I'm not done yet, even though my fun game is done. So I think that's the messed up thing about this. Just very, very messed up. And it might still take a while, yes. we are not close to the end of the game. I mean, as the title says, these are 100 floors. 100 floors and we are in 66. And it took a while to get here. So, yeah. Wouldn't surprise me if the grand total of hours to beat this game will be 70. And that will be more than not another Needle game even. I think that not another Needle game took me like 60 something hours. But yeah, the point is... if it wasn't for... So then again, I was gonna say for what I seen of Draenor, the thing is that I don't think Draenor, even with how he's taking in beating my fan game, I'm pretty sure that he will take less time to beat my fan game than this fan game. So he wouldn't play this fan game because it's Needle and it wasn't made by me. But if he did play this fan game, I'm pretty sure it will take him longer. As I say, maybe keyboard advantage and I don't know. Are you challenging me? But if you wanna play this fan game, go ahead. It's just that this is a Needle fan game in the most classic way. You know? There is no lore here. There is no boss. It's simply Needle. In every screen. And very tight Needle, in the sense that I'm already on floor 31. I can't tell if you are choking or not, because maybe you already started playing this before and I wouldn't know. Okay. At the same time, I don't see why you would just start playing this game like nothing, considering you don't like Needle. I kinda doubt it. But yeah, this is too busy with Warframe. Yeah, I honestly with Warframe, dude, the fact that I have to do like 5 quests and some of them are as long as you're telling me, that really turns me off a little bit, I gotta say. It's okay, I will eventually do them, but that's so painful. Actually, would much rather go back to Crimson Needle 3 or Vandal. Well, this one, according to Delicious Fruit, is a lot easier than both. But, I mean... at least when it comes to me, this game is not easy at all. Who made this? Macedonia. The 6 games that he made are I Wanna Best the Needle 1, 2, 3 and 4. And then I Wanna Best the 50 floors, and then this one I Wanna Best the 100 floors. Those are the games he made. I don't think he made any other game, or at least not according to Delicious Fruit, as he used another alias. So yeah, this is a very self-contained series. The previous games are all pretty easy in the sense that someone that is not good at Needle will beat them without that much trouble. This game is not like that though. This game is hard. Uh, so unless you have experience with needle, you're not gonna beat this fast. And well, as you saw, I'm in 30 something hours already, and I'm nowhere near the end, so yeah. You need to be good at needle here. And I guess I'm not. But yeah, it's fine. I don't know if it's gonna be a breeze for you or not. I mean, even knowing I'm the dev, I still think that my fun game is not harder than this. It just isn't. But because, you know, this is a game that I feel that if I replayed it, which I'm obviously not gonna do, but like if I play rooms that I already played, I wouldn't do any better at them. I will still take the same amount of time, maybe less in some rooms that I might remember what the solution is, but I probably wouldn't do better. And that's the thing. In my fun game, I feel like it's one of those fun games that there are a lot of screens that by playing them over and over again, I got better at them. But I don't see that happening in something like this. Not like I tried it, but I don't know, like if I redid the previous checkpoint that I did it like 5 minutes ago, I will take the same amount of time to beat it. I wouldn't do it any faster. So I think that's the main thing. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just too ignorant of the inner workings of Needle. But it's fine. That's the reason why I'm interested in knowing what people that normally play Needle will think of that. Well, I already know what Echo thinks of it, but yeah, I don't know. Some more variety, because maybe it's unanimously agreed that, you know, my fun game is just hard and bad, or not. The kind of thing that you need a bigger sample size. It's important. So another thing that Hit gives you is a little bit of sleepiness. I feel a little bit sleepy right now, and I think I can blame the Hit for that. I mean, Hit makes you lazy, just the way it is, because it makes your body not want to consume energy. precisely because there's not much energy to consume in the first place. Because you're wasting your energy trying to cool yourself down. Yeah, that's the main problem. Hey Norbate, how is it going? My game is evil. Yeah, that seems to be the consensus. Yeah. In your case, I don't know what you would think of a game like this, for example, if you played it. It is a very standard Needle game, in the sense that it doesn't really have anything questionable from a Needle game perspective. It doesn't really do anything that deviates from the formula. I wonder if you will think the same of this game. Feel vindicated by watching you die over and over in this game too. I still feel like this game is harder than my fun game. But I don't know. The thing is that I have never seen anyone play this game. So, well, that's logical because I usually don't watch people play fun games. But yeah, I don't know if Drain will play this game, if he will struggle with it the same way I'm struggling, if he will struggle the same as my fun game, more or less. It's the only way I will know. But I personally struggle a lot with this fun game. I just wanna finish it because I came this far and I don't dislike it. I mean, I really hate binds. Like, I despise binds with all my soul. But aside from that, it's a fun game that I like, just like the other ones by the author. I would like to beat it. Crimson Needle 3 and Vandal are some decent comparisons. Well, for what I understand, this game is supposed to be a lot easier than those. Like, Crimson Needle 3 is supposed to be one of the hardest Needle games out there. Well, without going into absolute shit territory, I mean. I don't struggle too much with what I did. I also haven't beat either game till the end. For what Echo said, the Crimson Needle games become a problem at the end. All of them. Well, I think he said that about the first one, but I think that applies to any of them. And Vandal I don't really know much, but I do know that it's also regarded as a very hard game. And this one is not really regarded as a hard game, at least in comparison to those, but I feel like this game is ridiculously hard. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'll never stop being and I wanna be the guy tourist, you know? I think it's something that will never stop being the case. But that's fine. For example, I will say that someone that already played enough fun games probably wouldn't struggle with a checkpoint like this. Because when you look at what this checkpoint is, it's not anything out of the ordinary. Like, it has 2 diagonal champs, but that's precisely what I mean. It's nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, it has more than that, but these are no hard champs at all. But I cannot do them. I cannot do them, unfortunately. Or not in a reasonable time frame. That's a problem. It also feels so random. Like how some champs I can do them. Like that last champ, I don't know why sometimes I can do it and sometimes I cannot. I don't understand the reasoning. And the same thing happened with the people that I saw playing my fan game. I don't know. I got it there. We got another Vine champ. Oh, well, that looks lovely. It's only 2 champs for the warp, right? Only 2. The last one is a corner champ, by the way. You gotta do this Vine champ and then a corner champ. See, that's the kind of thing. I'm pretty sure that when Draenor sits a checkpoint like this, it will probably be fuck this shit. That's the thing, Draenor wouldn't play a game like this in the first place. Like, the champ is already pretty fucked up. Then you gotta do a corner champ. So yeah, pretty nice. You can say that at least it's only 2 champs, but yeah. You're supposed to do something like that. I don't understand exactly how. Really? Wait, do I need to go straight into the spike then? Like from down here? This is gonna take forever. I don't think I'm supposed to do this and then jump. I think I'm supposed to... Yeah, okay, do that. Alright. Well, that didn't take long. I guess half the battle was figuring out what to do with that Vine champ, but I could have also gotten lucky. Now there are a lot of checkpoints in this screen. Makes me think the champs are gonna be also on the fucked up side, but you can say that about all of them. All of the game at this point, you know. Wouldn't be an exception. Don't even understand how to do that top champ. In fact, this checkpoint looks ultra fucked up. You gotta do several jumps after this. And that one, for example, is not easy at all. Well, none of the other jumps are easy. Well, I predict that we're gonna be here for a while. I hope you like this checkpoint. We're gonna be residing in it for quite a bit. I think that second champ has to be Tiger. The first one. The second one probably not. I mean the first champ of the second. Well, actually saying it like that, it's very stupid. The second champ of the checkpoint. Yeah. No, I mean, it doesn't really have to be that high. Just that this type of thing... I have something similar to this in my fan game. And I had to nerf it. Because I found this champ to be super hard. And it was the first champ of a checkpoint. But here it's not even that, so... I might be in trouble. Might actually be in trouble. Well, it wasn't that bad there. Oh, that reminds me. I mean, I don't know why it reminds me of that. Draenor, is Lunaro still a thing in Warframe? I mean, I didn't really play it before, but I just wonder if they still have it. What's a funny thing? Was essentially a sport. They just put in an upgrade because update because they felt like it. But I don't think many people played it, so I don't know if they remove it or not. All active player base still enjoys it, both of them? Wait, what you mean both of them? What both are we talking about? I just mentioned Lunaro. Or is there another one? Oh, both players, oh I see. Nice. Well, I'm glad for the two players that still play against each other that they still have it. Very nice. That's fucked up. I mean, Warframe has a lot of little things like that nobody really gives a shit about, but they are there. Occupying space in your hard drive. It's okay. Most of the things that occupy a lot of space are models and shit. Not gonna be the logic for a minigame. Well, maybe the the map for the minigame, but it ain't that big of a deal. They occasionally try to make stuff more relevant, but it's often far between updates. Well, I don't know. As you know, I've been out of the loop for a while. Yeah, pretty crazy that... I mean, pretty crazy that the game still exists. I'm talking about Warframe in general. Like, I'm still surprised they make a profit out of Warframe. That's crazy. I like Vicor, heck. I mean, it's not really that I like it, it's just that it was the best weapon when I was playing. Not super fond of shotguns, really. I just used it because it was the best. I mean, before that, another weapon that I like a lot was the Paris Prime. But they nerfed that to Oblivion, so I don't know how it will be now. But yeah, back then it kinda wasn't very good. It started being good, like essentially bows were the meta at some point, and then they got nerfed to Oblivion, and they are no longer the meta. At least not when I was playing, but I did like using that. It was nice. Yeah, I don't know what where the bows are now. If you say the shotguns are some of the worst, yeah, I don't know where the bows stand. I think another weapon that was very good when I was playing before was the Lanka, which was like a charged laser thing. I also know what that thing is now. But yeah. Also, I'd like to say something. Some people complain about the visibility of my fan game. I wouldn't say that this spike specifically stands out here. Like, I can clearly see it, but when I'm doing this jump, my eyes kinda go over that. I don't think it's a problem, but I'm just saying that since some people mention that about my fan game, this spike is not particularly standing out here. There's a better alternative for Lanka, but besides that it also got power creep. Yeah, it's understandable. That doesn't mean your own game gets to be shit, no, but it means that I also get to complain, of course. You know? All visibility that. I mean, mostly because in the reviews that I see of this game, nobody complain about visibility. And I mean, it's not the case for almost any of them, but I don't know, that particular spike feels like it blends very well with the background. Yeah, I'm just saying, others get to talk shit, I get to talk shit too. But yeah, it's not a problem really, it's whatever. This checkpoint will be rough. Visibility or not, this is a hard checkpoint. But that's fine. But there are a lot of things I have to learn about Warframe, and I'm pretty sure the builds I use are also no longer the best. If I show you the build for my weapons and Warframes, you're probably gonna wonder why I'm still using some mods. They were the useful thing back then. I don't know if they are any useful anymore. They certainly used to be. But yeah, I also don't know if they are still useful or not. Maybe they still are. I play the old meta stuff too at some point. I wish I actually remember, because I checked the mod tab simply to see if a specific weapon had mods, but I didn't really pay attention to what exactly they had. So I have no clue what I'm rolling even. I think that what I do is... Well, no, I don't remember. I will be lying if I said I know what I'm using. I just don't remember. Also, what level is the maximum? Well, not too good at a lot of modern shit, but I can usually clear any content I want with no issue. And I was about to ask, what is the lowest and the highest level that is present in Steel Path? Because I thought you said 100, but there is already 100 in sortie missions. Which, I mean, doesn't mean anything, but... Because if it's 100, I know what to expect. If it's more, I don't. You take a mission and you add 100 levels to it, so 100 is essentially the minimum. Yeah, that could be a problem for some missions, but yeah, I guess it's a matter of... Like, here is the thing. Any mission that is not defense, survival, or extermination, like essentially any mission that just requires you to go from point A to point B, I can probably use Loki with invisibility and win. Extermination, I can just use Excalibur, and I will have to be very careful, but I'm pretty sure I could do most of them. And for defense and survival, I don't know. So for defense, if I use Frost, the shield is gonna get vaporized in seconds. Maybe Limbo. Defense and interceptions and some of the tougher ones. Some bosses are real pieces of shit too. Yeah, I can imagine. Oh yeah, interception was like that capture the flag thingy, right? Yeah, I remember that. It's been a while. Like, it's the one where you use no, wait. Is it? Or is it the excavator? No, excavator is called excavation. Yeah, interception is capture the flag, right? I mean, capture the flag in any other normal game is what I'm trying to say. Now, interception is something that I don't think I could solo. Well, I don't think I could solo a lot of things, but... Another thing Steel Path does is increase enemy quantity and they swarm all the interception objective as soon as you capture them. Damn. You require crowd control shit. Yeah, probably some Bauban or something like that. a lot of hard killing. I mean, I think the problem is that I probably will require a full squad, right? Because doing it solo, I can imagine it doing it. But if we do it both of us, I also cannot imagine that. Well, yeah, technically you can solo anything, sure, but I'm talking about me, particularly. That's the issue. If I'm not using you soloed all of Steel Pad. Yeah, but again, I'm talking about me. I will have to use the, something very meta. I can help you do it. No, I mean, I know, I'm glad, but pretty sure that being a dead weight is harder than doing something solo. Being in a duo with a dead weight is probably way harder than just soloing. Maybe, I don't know. How much you can do with no forma? I mean, forma is not my concern. It's mostly about having the right warframe and weapons. And more importantly, the right mods. You can have the right warframe and weapons, but if you don't have the build, it's the same as nothing. Yeah, building weapons and fun games. Damn, I'm absolutely out. And frames, yeah. Thanks. That still will happen a long time from now, though. Guess doing all these quests. I mean, I could use this weekend to do this quest. It's been a while since I use a weekend for anything other than making my fun game. But since that's done now, I can dedicate it to shit like this. Because yeah, you also say that I could stream it, but I feel like there's nothing more irritating to me than streaming story. Like remaining silent while doing nothing other than seeing what's happening, I really don't like that. Because one thing is remaining silent while I'm tryharding, but remaining silent when I'm not doing anything. I know it has unique gameplay, but I mean, if it was only that, it wouldn't be a problem. It's not just that. Nice. Damn. I'm surprised I first, well, it's not like these are hard jumps, but these are choke checks. I also use this a lot in my fun games. They are there not for being hard obstacles, but rather to make sure you don't get nervous and fail. Be right back, sure. Oh, that reminds me, Norbate, if you're still there. How far did you get in my fun game? I know someone that doesn't play fun games at all and was only able to get to the second zone. Which, hey, that's pretty nice. But yeah, I think that unless he dedicates a lot of hours into the fun game, he's probably not gonna get much further. Which is a shame. But yeah, I mean, I would expect most people to just stop on Zone 2. But yeah, I also don't think that many new players will play it. Like, aside from my viewers, I don't think that anyone in the Iwana community will play something like that, knowing how hard it is. Hey Wasabi, how is it going? Don't know if you're gonna continue with it. Yeah, it's understandable. I mean, honestly, after seeing both Draenor and Echo struggle, I would just not recommend it to anyone that is not very good at Needle, and even then you probably have better alternatives. So yeah, I mean, part of me wants to say, yeah, you keep trying, and part of me just wants you to save you from the trouble of doing that. Then again, if you want my opinion, I still think that this fun game is harder than my fun game. And according to Delicious Fruit, this is a 68 or something. Maybe less, it's 60 something. So if this is indeed harder than my fun game, then my fun game cannot be anything higher than 60. So I don't know. That's just from my perspective, and obviously being the developer of that fun game. So it's easier for me. But yeah, like the chance that this game has, I feel like there is no way that these are easier than the ones in my fun game. Even the most evil champs in my fun game, I feel like they don't compare to even some of the normal checkpoints this game has. But I don't know, dude. It's something that depends on you. You gotta keep playing it if you wanna keep playing it, and well, if you don't want to, then don't. Like, that goes beyond difficulty. If you are liking the game and you wanna keep playing it, then obviously you should keep doing it. But if you don't, then there is no reason. It's not like I'm gonna think less of you or anything like that. So, you know, don't hesitate to stop when you are no longer having fun. You know, I won't get mad if that's your worry. Any game that anyone plays should stop being played when you are no longer having fun. I have a very good example for myself recently, which was with Demon's Souls. I found that game at some point, well, at the point that the last thing I did, I found the game to be the antithesis of fun. So what did I do? I stopped playing it, and I won't play it again. So you should do the same with my fun game if you are not having fun. It's a simple equation, really. Having fun, keep playing it. Not having fun, stop playing it. It applies to any game. It's also what I did for something like Nike, for example. I used to play Nike until one day I was like, not really feeling like logging in, and I stopped logging in. And the same happened for Genshin Impact as well. One day I was like, well, I no longer want to play this game, and I stopped playing the game. You know, it's simple. You have returned, welcome back. I was just talking about, well, you probably heard, but if you're playing a game that you don't like or that you're not having fun with, you should stop. That applies to any game. I mean, it feels like something obvious, but a lot of people don't do it. The best example being League of Legends players. Well, the biggest example that I know of. League of Legends players, I just don't understand how they operate. How they are still breathing when they keep playing something they allegedly hate. Addiction is a very real and serious thing. Yeah, but there is no chemical addiction to League. Differently from the addiction that a drug can give you that is tied to the substances that you are consuming, like for example cigarettes and nicotine. I think that's how you pronounce it. If you don't pronounce it like that, sorry, but if it's pronounced nicotine, well, that thing is the one that keeps making you want to keep smoking. There is though dopamine, yeah, but I feel like that's an excuse because you can say that about anything. Like, you can use dopamine as an excuse for anything. Because technically everything that causes like a peak of brain activity causes dopamine. So anything could be an addiction. And you could be like, yeah, that's what I mean. But I feel like that's just trying to remove yourself from culpability. Like, you know, instead of assuming responsibility, it feels like, yeah, that's part of why gambling addictions work. Yeah, I know, but the thing is that that sort of stuff is something that I feel like eventually the argument should be like, and this might be an exaggeration, it might be what people call appealing to extremes. But I feel like with that train of thought you will have to ban everything that could be considered entertainment. Essentially like Islam does, for what I understand, if you are an Orthodox Islamist, anything that you do that is not necessary for living or for practicing Islam is forbidden. So things like dancing, playing video games, or stuff like that are not allowed. And hey, that's the way you see the world, it's fine. I don't mind. But I don't think that that will be a good thing to force the rest of the people to do. All of it is allowed. Yeah, it is. I'm just saying that if you're an Orthodox, so that means that you practice the religion in the way it was dictated, you are not allowed. And what I'm trying to say is that tackling addictions from that perspective, from the perspective that anything can cause an addiction, I feel like it will be limiting to deal with the problem. Because I don't think the problem is the product itself, but it's the circumstances that lead the person that is addicted to be there. So instead of focusing on the product, I will focus on the rest, which is a lot harder, but yeah. There is a reason game devs hire psychologists. Yeah, but it's what I mean. These are things that depend on the consumer and not on the product. Because, for example, in my case, the moment I wanted to stop playing whatever gacha I was playing, I stopped it. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of psychological checks they might have put in the game, I didn't give a shit and I stopped playing. So at that point, the issue is in the consumer, and if you want to stop that behavior, you should focus on that. Yeah, that's what I mean. Some people can't, but that's why it should be the focus on those people and not in the product itself. So when I say that League of Legends is a piece of shit and that I don't understand how people keep playing it, I still put the blame on the players. You know, I don't put the blame on the game. I mean, I put the blame on the game on being a piece of shit, but not on keeping the players engaged. That's the players' fault. Yeah, I know. An addict has to seek help. That is correct. But yeah. It's the thing is that well, as I was saying, the moral of the story is that League of Legends is a shit game, and if you wanna stop playing it, it's as simple as stopping. But yeah, like, I don't know what else to say. Though, I think that's also quite different from what I was initially talking about, which is my fun game. I doubt that anyone will get addicted to my fun game. So the thing is that if you're not enjoying playing my fun game, then you stop playing it. And yeah, I don't think that I had any mechanism, any psychological mechanism put in the game. I was the only one involved in the making of the game, and I didn't hire any psychologists, and I'm not a psychologist, so if you somehow get addicted to my fun game, well, I don't know what to tell you. But I doubt that it's the case, so yeah, the advice is that just stop playing. Literally uninstall the needle addiction. I don't know if some people are actually addicted to beating a needle game they started. I personally don't know of them, but there might be there. It will be funny. But yeah. It's the... Well, in fact, when I was studying, talking about that, I was mentioning Demon Souls. That I should stop playing it because I stopped having fun with it. Sure, there is someone out there that is addicted to clearing high jumps. It's a possibility. I cannot say that's me. But yeah. I don't know, like, something that it might be interesting to think is that maybe one person I don't know of downloaded my fun game, and to them it's the best fun game they ever played. But that's someone that I don't know, because I haven't seen it yet. I mean, Norton likes the game, but not to the point he would claim that. I'm more interested in like the part of the community that are used to playing very hard needle games. Want to see what they think. Like people that don't mind what kind of garbage is thrown at them, they should keep playing. I literally cannot quit playing. I wanna quench the castle blaze. Yeah. Surely. Yeah, there are some things later that I probably will have to be there to help you. Yes, they are things that are not immediately obvious. They are precise jumps. And yeah. I don't know though, for now I will just observe. But yeah, like... There is just one screen, dude, that I swear... I'm looking forward to your reaction. To one of the jumps. I think that you probably are like, I don't know, 5 rooms away or something like that. So you're not far. But man, when you're looking forward to it, it feels far. Really want you to see it and know what you will say about it. I think we already ran out of strikes. Yeah. As you mentioned on yesterday's stream, I'm pretty sure that seeing that will consume all strikes in one go anyways. That's funny. We will see though. I don't think it will be as hard to do as some of the stuff you did yesterday, but as you already know, I'm not very good estimating. But yeah, might be anything. On the other hand, any jump that I see on this game, I don't really get much of a reaction because I simply don't understand how hard they are until I get there. I just simply don't understand. I cannot identify them. I just keep going until I start struggling, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a hard jump. But I cannot... I cannot do much outside of that. That reminds me, if we do Steel Path on stream, Draenor, should we do a voice call? Because if there's something that sucks in Warframe is typing while you're on a mission, a very good way to get a kill, and especially in levels that are hard. Yeah, we. Who else do you think I'm talking about? Hell yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be every day if you cannot. In fact, if there is a day that you cannot... Well, actually... fuck. I feel like if I jumped more, I would have hit the top one. I was out to say that I probably will treat it. Well, I don't know. Until I get there, I wouldn't know. I don't know if I will treat it as I'm treating games lately, that I don't really play them multiple streams in a row at all. If you let me know when we do it, I'll ensure I got time for a while. Well, that will depend on how long I will take to do those damn quests. And I just don't know. But yeah, I got no clue. If you skip cutscenes, it might not be that bad. But I don't know if I wanna skip cutscenes. I mean, it depends. See, the thing is that the shit that the quest that I did today about that infested family, I still don't understand what the fuck that was about. All I know is that you had a family fighting, but I have no idea what the heart is supposed to be. I have no idea how they got like that, and the thing is, I don't care either, you know? Some of it is absolutely worth watching just for the insanity, and that quest suck. It's the quests that come after in that storyline that are much better. Well, it might be the case. My main problem with Warframe is that there wasn't a single time, not a single time, that I could understand what was going on in the story. Like, I'm not joking, I really don't understand what the story is about. I just don't. And I'm pretty sure most players also don't. This is a type of storytelling that it skips over details that they think you already know, and I don't. Whether it's because I forgot or because they never explicitly mention it. Much easier to understand now. Well, I hope that's the case. Only if you play from the start, well, yeah, that won't be the case. That will not be the case. It's fine. Read the story recaps. I don't know. I like it when characters like Captain Boar were a villain. That was pretty nice. It wasn't really hard to understand. You had this evil alien with its troop of evil aliens, and you just had to beat them. That's it. But yeah, it's alright. I mean, I wish the story was like that. You're simply fighting against evil aliens that are evil just because. Will be preferable to me. I think that in the case of Grineer, it's because their genetic code is bad or some shit. After cloning so much. But yeah. give a stupid reason like that and I'm okay. It's fine. I just hate when stories try to be deeper than they have to be. They don't. Especially not in a fucking third-person shooter. This ain't no visual novel. This is a violence fest. We don't need any sophisticated writing. Huh. Well, that's an interesting champ. And then once you get that checkpoint, what comes afterwards is not much better at all. We are seeing some fucked up shit here. I can tell you that. And you were telling that my saves were evil. How does this look like to you, Drain? Or does this not look evil to you? Does this not look evil to you? They look evil to me. One seems kinda rough. Yeah, but that's the thing. This type of champs are not an exception. This game is full of checkpoints like that, and even worse ones. So that's what I mean. I feel like... yeah, there is a save, but that doesn't matter. It's the champ itself. Yeah, there is a save, but you still gotta somehow do that. That matters a lot. I mean, I understand. Obviously, if the save wasn't there, it would be a lot harder, but... the only real evil saves are the ones that start chasing you when you shoot them and make you shoot them even more to actually save. Well, that's true, but yeah, I guess it's correct. This game doesn't have that, and not to mention that the saves look pretty nice too. I mean, I don't know if any other fan game uses them, but these saves look pretty original. They aren't easy, but at least I don't have to wait till the end to do a champ like that. I understand that, but I feel like these two champs are harder than almost every champ in my fan game. I don't think those... a champ like this one, I don't think I have a champ harder than this. But I guess it also depends on what you consider a champ. Because technically there are whole screens where you need to keep champing, and you could consider that a champ, I guess, and in that case, yeah, it will be harder, but I don't know. Hand me your save. I'm not gonna do that now, but I can do it later if you want. Oh well, oh, if you want to do this particular checkpoint, honestly, I will have to look for it, then link it in Discord. Do I need to? Do I really need to do it? No? Okay. I'll do it anyways. It should be in app data local. It's not like I have to look for it. App data local. And this one, in there it's called I Wanna Best the Needle 5. I guess that was the original name. Alright, so to send it to Discord, I grab this, drag and drop, like that. Alright, there you have it. Enjoy. Alright, let's continue. So, if you manage to beat these saves fast, I feel like the only thing that will do is fuel my theory that binds are way harder on gamepad than they are on keyboard. And that my fan game is easier on gamepad. It will just fuel that theory, you know? So I know that you are using it as a proof that my fan game is harder, but I wouldn't see it that way. We'll just see it that you should be using gamepad. I mean, on my fan game, not on this one. You will also have to download the fan game. Unfortunately, you cannot double click the save file to open the game. It doesn't work that way. Okay, that second jump has to be higher. I don't know if you're in... No, but I mean, if you hit this, you are dead. There is no way you can hit this ceiling and still somehow land past this. So you need to do a short jump, but man, it has to be shorter than this spike here. Or well, lower, not shorter. So obviously, making it lower also will make it shorter. What is true is that, except for the first jump, none of them are full jumps. So that's something that might make you more comfortable. I personally don't think it makes a difference for me, but for you it might make a difference. Only the first jump is a full jump. Well, the second one, but no, not really. Will make it a full jump. Finishing my survival now? Oh, you mean in Warframe? Yeah, I mean, you don't have to hurry or anything like that. Hey, just make sure that you remember downloading the game. Otherwise, you are not gonna be testing shit. Unless you somehow already have it. And I think that the only way to do that following jump is by being in between these two spikes and doing a short jump. I don't think there's any other way to make that work. Hey, I'm not surprised in the slightest that the jump, or rather the checkpoint that will take me the longest to beat, is a checkpoint with vines. At this point, it is not a surprise whatsoever. I'm even struggling with this first jump. That's messed up. I mean, I wonder if this is gonna be another one of those checkpoints that I get stuck in. It might be. It will be sad because the progress was absolute dog shit. Where does the save go? What do you mean? To the left. Oh, you mean in what folder? Updata local. Well, why don't you create a save file and you choose? Oh well, you wouldn't know, I guess. Updata local, and it's I wanna best the needle file is how the folder is called. So yeah, that's the one. I will recommend you to first launch the game to create a folder and then you put the save inside. This I usually catalog this type of checkpoints as brain rot. This is a brain rot checkpoint. just keep doing the same jump over and over until you eventually succeed. It's only one jump. Technically here it's two. Well, at least I'm redoing the first one a lot more. This is what I normally would call a brain rot checkpoint. A mind-numbing activity. It is what it is. If you do it too high on the second vine, you hit the top spikes. This game suffers from that slow motion shit for me. Have you applied the debugger? Or what? The issue with saves like this is that it makes you so unfocused that by the time you reach the hard part, you can't focus on it and you just die. I don't know about that. It's not like I cannot do the second jump because I'm not focused. I cannot do the second jump because I have no idea how to do it. It's not like I have a strat in mind and I'm just failing to execute the strat. No, I don't even have a strat. So in this particular case, I wouldn't say that's the problem. Just not knowing what to do and trying different shit, see what sticks, but like that almost worked, but it didn't. So I have to do something else, or maybe that same thing but somehow closer and I wouldn't know how. Well, see, the thing at least is that by doing these bind jumps, you know that the align you have is the right one, because pretty sure that by going into a bind you get that one wall align and that's it. You cannot get anything else. You don't have to worry about align stuff here. Actually, I wonder if I press backspace if it's gonna bring up. No, unfortunately no. No debug menu. That's a shame. But it could be a different key. I don't know. Okay, my fan game has it, so you can check the align. The weird thing is that there are two numbers in a line. The first one will always say 0, then the other one in parentheses that says relative says 0, 1 or 2. So yeah, whatever that means, but the aligns you see them there. Not like I will be able to do anything with that information, but yeah. Also, why are you not gonna run the debugger? It's not like it's very hard to do, you know. So then again, I don't think that will do anything, because this game is already made in Game Maker Studio, so I don't think the debugger will do anything. But yeah. I shouldn't have to do that. Well, yeah, sure, but I don't think that's the fan game's fault. But yeah, I don't think even doing that is gonna do anything. I think in those cases the only thing you can do is restart the PC. But yeah, you also don't need to do that. The problem is with Windows, to nobody's surprise, but I think the solution is not the debugger, it's restarting the PC. But yeah, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Yeah. Hurrah for brain rot. This checkpoint is that brain rot. In fact, believe it or not, I know that it might seem that I made a lot of my checkpoints in my fan game brain rot on purpose, but I actually the checkpoints that I thought that they were brain rot, I nerfed them. Particularly in a very specific zone, but yeah, I usually don't like this sort of stuff. Should have thought harder. I mean, at the end of the day, even with the things that you struggle with, I still wouldn't call them brain rot. To me, brain rot is doing the same jump over and over again. Because in a lot of the cases that you struggle with one of the last jumps of a long checkpoint, which obviously sucks, but I wouldn't call that brain rot, because you're doing different stuff to get there. Sometimes you die earlier, sometimes you die later. So with this shit, it's the exact same jump that I'm repeating for like half an hour over and over again. That's why this is brain rot. It's the same activity over extended periods of time. The gates... well, to be fair, the gates... you had multiple of those. I could understand it though, since it's the same type of jump, but it's not the same jump. Here it's the same thing, and I have been doing it for the past half an hour, and I still cannot do it. But what's even worse is that I still gotta keep trying, because otherwise I cannot progress, of course. So yeah. Not pretty nice, but it's okay. That was too high. Even though the evidence proves probably the opposite, this fan game is harder than my fan game, and I won't change my mind on that. I just won't. This fan game is way harder than my fan game. I understand that I'm the dev and it's easier for me, but it's as I say before, I'm pretty sure that if someone like Drano replays some of the rooms he's got stuck in, he will do them faster, now that he knows how to and he has a little bit of practice. If I manage to beat this checkpoint, when I come back to it, which is not gonna happen, but in the hypothetical case I come back to it, I'm not gonna do it faster. I'm just gonna be stuck in the same amount of time. So yeah, That to me is the key to identify that this game is harder. Because no matter the amount of practice that I could have in these checkpoints, I feel like I cannot get better at them. Just feels like you need to get lucky. Which is the same observation Draynor said about my fan game, but I feel like he's wrong. I'm gonna go as far as to challenge his view and say he's wrong. Which is a very fucked up thing to do, but yeah. No, I mean, obviously calling something like this RNG is stupid, and obviously it's mostly done in chess. I do it too. But in this case, I mean that I have no way to consistently replicate this. If I manage to do it in the first place, and I will assume that eventually I will, I cannot consistently replicate a save like this. But with my fan game, I can more or less consistently replicate a lot of them. Even the ones that are extremely fucked up according to what I saw on the streams. I can actually be consistent. Not consistent enough for a speedrun. Like, I cannot be consistent enough to beat all of them on the first try. But I can be consistent enough to beat it in a reasonable time frame. This one just seems like it's one of those graphs that tends to infinity. You know? That it keeps going, keeps getting higher, and it keeps getting higher until infinity. It's how this feels. Not harder, I mean longer. Like it keeps taking longer until infinity, but hey, if you get lucky, it will stop. So what I mean is, no consistency. Not from me. For someone that is good at this sort of thing, you can probably get it consistently, but I cannot. And that's what I'm curious with Draynor. First of all, if once he beats the game and he plays one of the screens he struggled with, how long it will take to beat them? Well, especially using gamepad is what I'm curious about. Since it's not like Draynor never played a single game with gamepad, he knows how gamepad feels like. It's just that he probably doesn't prefer it anymore. But yeah, I'm very curious about that. But yeah, it's fine. Well, going back to what you were saying, Wasabi, if you ask me, I still think my fan game is a 60. For me, seeing Draynor and Echo struggle made me reconsider, but I still feel that it should be around there. It shouldn't be higher, but that's for me. I mean, you're taking the words of the developer, which means they are worth obviously less than people that played it for the first time, because I played it a lot, obviously. But that's how I feel. So yeah, take that with whatever importance you want to take it, but I personally don't think it's nearly close to 75 or anything like that of difficulty. Again, I could be wrong, and if most people say that that's not the case, then it probably is not the case, but yeah, I don't know. in my opinion, it's still around 60. I mean, I will have to see Draenor play a game like this. Like, I will have to see him play a game like this and see how he struggles or how he not struggles. Because I feel like if he does struggle, he will take longer to beat this than my game. And it's not like the length of these two games is that different, you know? Like, this game technically has more rooms than mine, but not by too much. Not to mention this game doesn't have a boss. So in terms of length of content, it should be around the same. So at that point, the only thing left to compare will be the difficulty. And I still feel that if Draenor struggles in this game and doesn't just beat the checkpoints one after the other like they were nothing, it will take longer for him to beat this game than mine. And that, I feel, should be the ultimate proof that it's a harder game. Which means that according to the Delicious Fruit community, my game should be lower than 60 something, whatever this game is, 65 I think. It should be lower than that. But yeah, I don't know, dude. Everything is very subjective. There are no objective measurements or opinions. So it's impossible to answer faithfully. You cannot do that. So yeah, you just gotta follow your heart. But your heart, not my heart or Draenor's heart. It has to be your heart. Your heart. That's the one you gotta follow. No one else's. I'm going to replay Crimson Needle 3. Nice. Yeah, you're wrong about everything. I could be, that's the thing. I mean, if at some point enough people play my fan games and I see like 10 reviews in Delicious Fruit that rated 75, then yes, I am in the wrong. Because with something subjective like this, the right thing will be the majority, since it's subjective. So if you are looking for right or wrong, then whatever is thought the most is most likely what's right. But unless that's the case, I don't think I'm wrong. We will see. Only time will tell, and well, especially if people even care to play my fan game, which we still don't know. We still don't know how many people are interested. I mean, I know of the people that are in my chat, but of people that I don't know, well, I don't know, of course. Yes, you. I know that needle games are also pretty popular, I think, in China. I wonder what the Chinese community will think about it. I mean, as long as it's not that copy pasta guy, I'm interested in hearing their opinion. Well, I'm also interested in hearing the copy pasta guy opinion, but as long as he doesn't do it through a copy pasta. You know, if he speaks in a civil way, then sure, I wanna hear it. So people in the IW's... Oh, I wanna community. Playing the game and they didn't get that far in the game yet, but the reaction was pretty mixed. Yeah, that's something that I can definitely expect. The reaction being mixed. Well, in fact, the reaction was already mixed in my own server. You have someone like Norton that, while admitting that the game is pretty hard and it spikes in a lot of places, it's very good to him. For Draenor, it's a game that if it wasn't made by me, he would have ditched it already, and it makes sense. well, Echo ditched it, and Wasabi, I don't know you. I don't know what you think yet, so I cannot say anything. So yeah, it's all something that yeah, Ditcher reported and uninstalled it. But yeah, it is mixed already, so I do expect in a general sense for it to be mixed. But I'm still curious, as I say, about the people that are used to play Needle regardless of how shitty it is. Like, they go with it through the end because they are masochists, right? I'm curious to see what those people think. I mean, I'm curious to see what everyone thinks, but those people especially. Because I think that those people will probably not even detect that there is bullshit in my fan game because they are so used to it, right? So at that point, the only thing left will be the difficulty, originality, and production value, and not so much how bullshit something is or not, because they are so resistant to it, right? Yeah, be right back, no problem. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, after all, there are many games in the community that split the opinion a lot. Though usually the ones I'm thinking of tend to be mostly based on the positive side, and it's to be expected because they actually have an insane amount of production value that my game doesn't even get close to. Games like Boshi, for example. Boshi is quite a mixed game, but most people do agree that it's a very good game. And as I say, it deserves it because it's one of the best production values in fan games. So even if it's mixed, it tends to the positive side. And then you also have games like Camellia that a lot of people can say that it's too bullshit and the needle screens are trash and the boss rush sucks or whatever. But most of the opinion of the Camellia games, well, except for the first one, like Camellia 2 and 3 generally agreed to be very good, regardless of the difficulty. And again, it makes sense because of the production value. That is one of the best out there. So I think that it's not gonna be mixed in that way. I feel like it's gonna be really mixed. Like a real 50-50 in my case. It's like, it probably will be one of those that you either love it or hate it. And I think that the proportion will be equal. You know? That's what I think. I probably will be wrong and more people will dislike it, or I'm just overestimating the interest for the game, which that's the most likely scenario. But yeah, I don't know. It's all a matter of time, and especially in a game like that is not short, so I don't expect people to beat it in 2 days. In fact, if someone managed to beat it in 2 days, that would be crazy. Because you know that there are people that play fan games and don't bother interacting with the community, which is perfect. But yeah, I wouldn't know. Maybe there is some god gamer that downloaded the game when I released it and beat it in 1 day. Like that same day that I released it, he beat it there, and I wouldn't know. I doubt it though. I doubt it because for something like that you will have to give special attention to that game. Because you will have to dedicate essentially a full day. So yeah, I don't think many people will be willing to do that. Essentially, everything can be summed up in I don't know. But I'm looking forward to whoever wants to write a review. I'm looking forward to them. I mean, there is already one. I'm more interested in reviews that try going the whole way, you know? Because obviously reviews that didn't make it through the whole game are not gonna be positive, because obviously they stopped there for a reason. So I already know what they think. But yeah, for people that actually manage, well, not just manage, forget about the word manage, that were willing to beat it completely, I wonder what they think about it. But yeah, well, also if there are multiple reviews that ditch the game before finishing it, then it clearly means that it generally wasn't very good. You know? If there's only one, it's hard to tell if it's like its own secluded case, or if it's something more widespread. You need multiple samples for that. But yeah, as I also say before, when it comes to reviews, you just gotta be grateful that someone leaves one. Because that means that someone used their time for something you made. And the most valuable currency we have is time. So if someone used that super valuable currency in something you made, then that's the greatest honor you can have. Even more so if they feel like it's worthy enough to leave a review. Because some people can just be done with it and say, fuck this shit, I'm doing something else. But no, they actually bother reviewing it. So that in itself is an honor. But yeah, if I'm curious to see what the reception is, I will have to see a sizable sample, which will be nice to get, but I don't expect it. Just wish for it. Also, welcome back. We will see. Then again, I don't leave a review in any of the games that I play. That's because I feel like my opinion on fun games is just not very valuable. In the sense that I still feel like I'm a tourist with fun games. I don't play them with the mindset that a lot of people do. And yeah, I don't know. I just think that leaving a review is it will be detrimental in my case. Leaving a review of games I play. For example, with this one, I wouldn't even know what to say if I were to leave a review on this game. Like, what difficulty do I put? I don't know. I will put it close to 75, but that's because it was extremely hard for me. I mean, I haven't even beaten it. But the thing is that if I manage to beat this, it will be 75 minimum, but that, according to most other people, that's inaccurate. And also, well, the rating is whatever, because that's even more subjective, but yeah, I don't know. And it's mostly because most fun games that I played are fun games that already have a sizable amount of reviews, so I feel like I have nothing to add at all. Would be a different story if it was a fun game with like 1 or 2 reviews, but I don't think I ever played a fun game with few reviews on Delicious Fruit, which is bad. So that means that I'm just following what's popular. I mean, it's not necessarily bad, but what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, I'm not giving it a try to fun games that might be very nice, and I wouldn't know simply because I'm skipping them immediately when they are not very reviewed, since I wouldn't know what to expect. Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. It's also the same that applies in Steam reviews. I only wrote like 5 Steam reviews in my whole life, even though I own like 500 games on Steam, and I played not all of them, but I played a sizable amount of them. But I only left 5 reviews because they were games that barely had any. For any other games, I don't think it's necessary. Like, for example, Dark Souls. I have no reason to leave a review in that game. Aside from this insane amount of reviews it has, I have nothing to add. Like, I think about that game what most people that like that game think. It's an amazing game. And most people already know what Dark Souls is about, so it's not like I will report anything useful. But yeah, in cases like that, I don't think I have anything to say. And the same applies for a game like this one. It obviously doesn't have the tens of thousands reviews that Dark Souls has, obviously, but I feel like it has enough reviews to convey what this game is about and how hard it is. I don't think adding another one will change that. So that's why I usually don't leave reviews on fun games. I just have nothing to add that hasn't already been done. So yeah, just one of those things that it's whatever. But yeah, obviously after saying that, I cannot expect other people to leave reviews in my fun game, but some people just really like leaving reviews. In fact, some people always leave reviews when they finish playing a fun game. It's like it's part of the ritual. They get to the congratulations screen, they open Delicious Fruit and leave the review. I don't do that, but a lot of people do. Or people that are like, okay, I'm tired of this game, escape, right click, eliminate, and then leave the review. The point is that they have incorporated in their system to always leave a review. I haven't, and I don't think I will either. But I will make an exception for, as I say, fun games that have almost no reviews, because I feel like it will be necessary. Though it's not about the amount, I think it's about what the reviews in general say and what numbers they show. If I generally agree with the numbers there, and if the information in the reviews is already good enough, then I just have no reason to leave one myself. But I think at this point I'm just repeating what I say like 30 times, so yeah. I think you kinda get the point. While we were talking about all that shit, I still haven't gotten past this checkpoint. Pretty nice, right? Yeah, looping. I mean, I wouldn't blame you for thinking the stream is looping, considering that I've been here for like the past, I don't know, 50 minutes. This might be another one of those checkpoints that I cannot beat. It seems that we are back at screen 42 level of bullshit. Well, that's a shame. Like, I finally thought that I was able to get the progress flowing, but it seems that we unfortunately found another roadblock. It's fine, it happens, but then really didn't want to find another one of these. Well, it is what it is. What can you do? Hey, pretty nice. Now, a different topic, right? Tomorrow I'm not sure if I wanna play and try hard Tony Hawk and see if I can get the remaining gold medals, or if I should do something else. But that something else will probably be Wipeout. I don't know. Just gotta say that I'm looking forward to, if I manage to get to Iron Path or Steel Path, whatever it was called, in Warframe. I'm looking forward to that, because something that I remember about Warframe, one of my best memories of Warframe is simply progressing with the missions. Like, back when I was starting playing, like just exploring the missions, like going one by one and feeling that progress and seeing the different environments and all that shit. That felt super cool, because especially the Warframe ship environments are so well done. Like, the ship interior designs are so good. I'm pretty sure I dream of them multiple times even. They are just so memorable to me. Yeah, the Iron Path. Yeah, I don't doubt that the Steel Path is awesome. I wanna stream it. So you already been warned. Well, not Drano, because he already knew. Anyone else already got warned that at some point I probably will stream quite a bit of Warframe. Well, I don't know what warning you need though. I stream shit that has nothing to do with each other. Like, a game like this has nothing to do with shoot 'em ups, with Tony Hawk, with racing games in general, and yet I still play them, and I play this. I don't think any warning is needed. I just play stuff that has nothing to do with each other. Play enough to get a creator glyph. I don't care about glyphs, dude. No, see, a creator glyph, well, if you do, you stream while I do as well, you know? But, well, you do already stream Warframe, so... You plan on? Yeah, but you shouldn't do it in the secondary channel. I mean, I understand that obviously this type of things you can do them however you want to do them, but I feel like there shouldn't be a secondary channel under any circumstances. Unless you're a professional streamer and the 100% of your income depends on streaming, I will never do a secondary channel. Like, just, you know, WoW gaming might be primary channel worthy. Yeah, it's a possibility. But yeah, I don't know if you're gonna get the creator glyph. I personally would prefer a photo of Rebecca like doing this and for you, Gabby, that will be way more valuable than whatever glyph you can give me. But yeah, that ain't gonna happen if it doesn't already happen with the popular streamers. That will be interesting. But no. Also, speaking of Rebecca, one of the things that I feel that is one of the biggest downgrades in Warframe is when they change the Lotus voice. Lotus used to sound like a human, like a regular human girl, and in one update they replaced her for that robotic voice that is now the standard for years. I hate that so much. Like, her first voice was so good. And it was also voiced by Rebecca. It's not like they changed the voice actress. So it's such a downgrade. No, but it's not about all this. I'm talking about very early in the game. Very early in the game, Lotus used to sound human. Before she even had an animation, when she was just an image, she used to sound like an actual operator, human operator talking to you. And in one update, they changed that for the robotic voice. Like, forget about Ordis. No, not with Ordis, with the regular Lotus. But they changed all her voice lines to sound more inhuman, more robotic. And I hate it. Like, lines that, like, Corpus Walkers are heading to your location, they used to sound a lot better. Since they were some of the first lines, they were in that old voice. But when they changed the one, like, they murder Lotus. Little Duck and Cephalon Sai. I don't know who either of those are. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. C is your onboard Railshack Cephalon. I'm assuming it's pronounced Sai. Little Duck is a Fortuna person. When it comes to narrators, I mean, the thing is that I personally tend to prefer the villains, not the people that are on your side. Like, to me, the voice of villains like Captain Bor, By-Hek, Alad V, and, well, there is one guy that I forgot the name of that is a Grenier, but... Luke Brothers. I mean, there are a lot of lines that are memorable. I remember one line of By-Hek when you are in an Archwing mission that he says something about we will make them run, and when they do, we will hunt them for sport. And I cannot take that line out of my head. It's so random, so out of nowhere. The guy is absolute batshit insane and I love it, yeah. Like, all of the villains just have very good voices. You know? Even a very secondary villain like Cephalon. How was it called? Shordas, I think. Even someone like that, I like the voice of that guy. I think it's the boss you have to beat to get Atlas. I like that mission, even though it's a long mission, it's actually a mission I like. And mostly because of the villain. But villains really... I don't know what hiring process they had, but whoever hired the villains to do the voices did a good job. And obviously the voice themselves, the people behind the voice did an amazing job. I really prefer them more than most of your companions. They should sound so good. I think there was an April Fool's at some point where they presented what if the villains were your operator, and by heck was one of them. Well, not the villains, but like random people, right? Sai is someone you will enjoy. Yeah, it's a possibility. There is a Corpus guy I really like, but his best lines were part of an event. I think... Wait, you mean the guy that is in the index? I forgot his name as well. The guy that says shit like... how long are you gonna let them do this to you, to the Corpus? When you do an index match? The guy that created Ambulance. I don't remember that. I don't know you were there for. I also don't know. I mean, I know there is one that it's all black with a white mask. That one I like him too, but I don't remember his name either. But no, that one is a Grineer, it's not a Corpus. That one I'm pretty sure it's a Grineer. But yeah, no, forget about it. Not that one. Yeah. Well, I also like, for example, Barocketeer's voice, the merchant. I also like how he treats you as a pleb if you don't have a prime thing with you. He should say something like, well, you can look if you want. He doesn't expect you to buy anything because you're a pleb. Pretty funny. Hey, we have stuff for people like you too. Shit like that. Broadbeck. Yeah, I don't think I was there for that guy. Because the name doesn't ring any bell. It probably was added after I stopped playing. Yeah, it's always nice to hear. The video I sent you was to the in-game inbox, like was a spam email. That tends to happen in Warframe, that since especially it's a farmy game, you will hear multiple times the same shit. I remember when it was the Acolyte event, which were like the Stalker Acolytes, and Alad V was the guy that was with you. I remember one line was something like, but I guess I don't remember it that well after all, but it was something like, they will stay around until the bitter end. And I heard that line so many fucking times, because you needed to farm the Acolyte mods. So, and he said that every time they ran away, which was every time that you beat them. So yeah. Alad B is a weird guy, yeah. Yeah, and that's the good thing. Alad B is a weird guy canonically, and the voice transmits that perfectly. He sounds like a weirdo. Like, you can tell he's a weirdo just by listening to him. The same way that you can see that by heck is bad shit insane just by listening to him. Yeah, the bitter end is a long time away. Yeah, definitely. Like, I really have vivid memories, even though it was like 6 years ago, if not more, when I played the Acolyte event. Like, I still remember Alad saying the same shit over and over again. It's crazy. But it's also the reason why you visited my Orbiter Draenor and I had the bubble head of all of the Acolytes and the Stalker. I just like that event so much. I mean, anything related... Fuck. Anything related to the Stalker is something I like. I didn't really like his quest though. I prefer that guys like that remain mysterious instead of someone important. You just have an asshole following you for whatever reason. You don't need any other reason. He's just an asshole. And he's also very powerful. Alad V has crazy lore now. Yeah, I mean, for what I've seen, he's essentially just another one of your allies. So he's kind of like Uncle Alad V now. Just keeps being there. Like, he might as well be Lotus too, you know? To think that he was just supposed to be like a generic villain in one of the generic bosses you fought in a random planet. Then they added that like mutant variant to get, I think, Mesa. Like, Mesa was locked behind his mutant variant, and then they put it everywhere. What do you think of the Ropalo list? I don't know. I mean, I don't like the fact that Lotus is a villain. I mean, yeah, maybe you can say, no, she's actually doing what's best for you. But yeah, I don't think Lotus is good as a villain. She shouldn't be. So I don't like it. I also didn't understand the boss fight. I know that it's about making him run into those things, but I don't like those type of boss fights usually. I like boss fights where you just fight someone. Like, you just fight fire with fire. It's really bad. Yeah. Well, it's not the only boss fight that kinda has something like that, where you have to go to a specific place and then do something and then you can hit it. But I still didn't like it. You basically play it till you get the whiz parts and then you're done. Well, I mean, you can say that about most Warframes, because, well, I was mentioning the mutant Alad V, which is how you get Mesa, like the Mesa parts. That's something that you wouldn't really do 1,000 times, you know? Like, you get Mesa and you're out of there. Bait him to shooting a Pilar, break shield with Operator, ram him into it, break weak point, push button, repeat. I mean, it's not bad in itself, because it's a formula that is used a lot, but yeah, I don't like that you can fall at any time. There is another more consistent way to get Warframes from the Duviri Paradox, but it rotates through a weekly loot pool. Yeah, I mean, the point is that there are missions that, like multiple missions, that once you got what you want, you are not gonna do again. Because they are either not engaging enough, or for they are just a pain in the ass. But yeah. That reminds me, are they still doing like that? Like, I know that back when I played it, they completely removed from the game, but those co-op missions that were kinda like raids, do they still exist? Because back then, they replaced that with sorties, which have absolutely nothing to do with it. But yeah, they are replaced with basically Eidolons and Profit Taker. Okay. Yeah, I expected something like that. It's a shame, because I don't feel like there's any reason for them to take it out. Or rather, the reason they gave is that many of the mechanics in that mission broke in every update. Like, come on, dude. That's literally skill issue. That's not my problem, that's your problem. And yeah, your solution was removing it, but that's the worst solution possible. Like, that's not even a solution. That's like someone that got hurt in his hand and you just chop their arm away. Even Eidolons are now kinda less relevant since their loot is given out like candy in events. Yeah, but I think here is not about loot. Personally, just beating those missions was super fun. And it was hard to do. You needed a really good team to do that, and a team that was coordinated. So I really miss those missions. Because as I say, I don't care about how optimal they are for loot or how useful they are. I just care about the challenge, and the challenge was pretty good. It reminded me a lot of what I was telling you the other day about Uncharted 3 having like a co-op adventure. That is pretty much like that. You have to do a lot of stuff coordinated and it's hard to do. But yeah. Eidolons are kinda slow. Yeah, I remember back then that you had to hunt the balloons to keep them get them to stay in a place. So you had to go search for the balloons and then bring them all where the Eidolon is. Then you had to find the Eidolon, and then, well, the whole fight. But if you wanted to do the other Eidolons, you also needed to do them all in a row. Like, you had to keep going until the third tier of Eidolon. And that's something that, yeah, it is slow, which I don't mind, but I feel like the whole co-op thing was better done with those raid missions that were taken out of the game. And that is a shame, but it is what it is. What the hell? That was weird. But yeah. I do like Eidolons too. As you saw, I have my my ship full of figurines of them. There is some new boss fights that are fun co-op, supposedly. Supposedly. I like your confidence. Ah, damn it. That was close. It was the opposite of what happened last time that I just fell, but it's very tight. There's actually endgame that I can solo right now, but I can't promise being of use, personally, but I can try. Mostly because, like, I remember back then, when I played and I did the endgame, I always did it like being 4 people in total. Like, I didn't do it without that. Yeah, I need to do whispers in the walls. Yeah, unfortunately that shit requires like 4 quests, dude. Or 5 even. So yeah. I pretty much play exclusively with guild friends or solo. Yeah, in my case it was also like that. Like, we were just 4 friends that usually at night we used to play Warframe. I hated playing with randoms. So I either play with them or didn't play, or maybe play solo, yeah. The problem that I feel that we will have though when we play together, Draenor, is that the connection is not gonna be good. Like, obviously it will be playable, but you will see that one of us is gonna take time to down an enemy, even when you shoot it. So that's one thing to keep in mind. I play on NA servers frequently, but I honestly don't even know in what server I am. But I don't think it's a matter of server. Like, I might be talking out of my ass, but I'm pretty sure the servers in Warframe are simply for matchmaking, in the sense that are just there to tell you who is online and who isn't. But when it comes to an actual mission, I think that the technology uses peer-to-peer. Like, you don't actually connect to a server. It's just that one of the players is the host, and then everyone else joins that player. But at that point the connection depends on the distance between the players, not whatever server you might be or your distance to it. That's what you mean? Oh, I see. So yeah, essentially our connection will always be bad, no matter what. So yeah, just a thing to keep in mind. Yeah, not the needles. How is it going, Yannick? Are you still in that screen in my fan game that you showed me yesterday? Yeah, that one is tough. Yeah, like, it's nowhere near as tough as the one that comes afterwards, but it is tough. Hey, hopefully it's not too bad. You haven't tried it yet? Hey, it's fine. It's understandable. But yeah, apparently according to Wasabi, the people that are playing the game, that I don't know how many there are or who, but it apparently has some very mixed reception. So that's interesting, but it is what I expected, or rather, it's what I expected after the moment I saw Draenor struggle in the first stream. That's the moment I was expecting mixed reviews. Because my idea is that no one like Draenor will struggle, but it happened. When I saw Draenor dying in screens that I was like, yeah, that's whatever, I was like, damn, I might have fucked up. And I did. But yeah, now the game is what it is. I don't wanna change what it is. Even if what it is a piece of shit, I feel like the game has the right to be the way it was conceived. It shouldn't be changed. Team, I can't believe I got this. I was, no joke, like an hour and a half on this checkpoint. Thankfully I was just talking about Warframe and shit, so it wasn't, well, and my fan game. So it wasn't a pain in the ass, but man, I was here for so fucking long, it's crazy. And some people will say that this game is harder than my... that is easier than my fan game. Some people will say that my fan game is somehow harder than this. I don't comprehend it. So now you know to talk about Warframe when you want to beat this save. I mean, theoretically, in the entirety of the time that I talk about Warframe, I did not beat the save. If anything, what I have to take from this is if I want to beat this save, I have to call Yannick. And it's something that has been pretty consistent lately. Every time that Yannick joins, I win. Yannick is bringing luck with him. Eat this cactus. It's an interesting phrase. But yeah. My mind won't be changed. This game is harder than my fun game, and it's the hill I'll die on. I'll die on this hill. I don't care. I don't care that everyone rates it as 75. This game is harder. That's my final cope. Alright. We have water here. Alright, pretty cool. Okay. This looks interesting, to say the least. But yeah. So the interesting thing is that not only I wasn't able for today to get out of this zone, but I also wasn't even close, because this isn't even the second to last room, it's the third one. So yeah, I guess the progress pace went down the toilet yet again. Well, it is what it is. At this point I really wonder if I can beat this game this year. I feel like I will keep delaying this game for forever. It's simply too hard for me. But yeah, maybe it's controller disadvantage. If I was playing this on keyboard, it would be a different story. Surely. But it's fine. Hey, I'm still thinking of what to stream tomorrow. If it's gonna be Wipeout or Tony Hawk or something else. Just enjoying playing the blue game. Wait, what blue game? My fun game? Or you mean Blue Archive? Because the part that you are in right now is blue. No, I think you mean Blue Archive. Well, I can't say anything about that because I haven't played it. Seems pretty interesting. Yeah, you're probably talking about that. All I know is that, I mean, about gacha and shit, that another popular gacha, which is Azure Lane, got censored because of Google Play. That's pretty fucked up. But yeah. I don't know if Blue Archive is also there. Probably not. But yeah. These companies are crazy. Yeah, thanks Google. I mean, we were talking about earlier the effect of addiction that some things do, for example, betting sites. You have someone like Google just censoring tits instead of censoring shit that actually damages. Well, damages. That actually has people hooked and losing their money. But yeah. It's very funny. Some people really have their priorities straight. They really do. And it's fine. Who cares? It's your fault for playing something like Azure Lane in the first place. Valve is who we should really be concerned about. Valve is, well, also a company that censor multiple releases, or rather completely remove some games because it's like, oh no, those are tits, get them out of here. And yet they have shit like crates and keys in Counter-Strike that are a fucking casino with real money, not even fictional money that you get by farming. No, real money. But yeah, it's what I say. Some people have their priorities straight, and those people are not one of them. It's crazy. But yeah, at the end of the day, you know, when there is a void to fill, it will be filled. That's how the market works. If a platform starts going overly, you know, it starts to overly censoring shit that is irrelevant, eventually another platform will take your place. Companies like Valve are too big to fall, unfortunately. So I personally don't really have that many complaints with Valve, but I do hate that they have so many double standards when it comes to what games they accept and what games they don't. Because it's not like they don't accept the generate shit, they do. Just that it's different flavors of it. And some of them they don't like them, some of them they do. It's completely random. So that's stupid, but that's the issue of whoever is the janitor that is that has the power to do that, which is obviously still Valve's fault for allowing it, but yeah. I mean, sometimes getting rid of people in a company is very hard. Well, sometimes no, most times. Nice. Not to mention that it's not always the solution, of course. What? Dude, what is this shit? Binding to champ refresher into water. Do you even want me to do this? Like, I fall here, I have to get to the water, and then get the champ refresher on my way up, hold the champ, get here and then double jump here. But how do I get to the water? Like this? No. Like this? We might be in trouble. Yeah, I could do that and then stay low in the water until the jump refresher respawns, but I don't really have that much room to do that down there. So I'm really concerned here. Yeah. It's not easy, especially considering that the floor kills you. Respawn strat? Respawn strat. I mean, that applies to literally every single save ever. Technically, every save is a respawn strat. You need to respawn in order to keep trying. So the jump from the water into the refresher doesn't even seem possible. It is, but it's so tight with that spike there. Gotta take the vine from the side, not from the bottom, and then once you do that... I mean, the problem is that once you are here, you still need to do this jump. And I say this jump, but it's actually 3 jumps. This one without touching these spikes, then one into the water also without touching this spike, and then one jump to the save. Only one, you cannot do 2, it's only one jump. Somehow one jump from here to here. After all this bullshit with the vines. Yeah, that sounds painful, but... I don't know. Every time that I see a checkpoint like this, I remember people struggling with my fun game. And I still think that I'm struggling with this one more than they did with mine. And the best proof is that checkpoint on the previous room that I took like an hour and a half to beat. In fact, neither Draynor nor Echo took an hour and a half to beat a single checkpoint. None of them. At most, I think Draynor took 40 minutes to beat a room. Not more than that. Yeah, you can say coping, but I'm right. You did not take more than 40 minutes to beat a single room. 40 minutes was the maximum. And most times it was closer to half an hour. Which is a lot, yeah. But then how you have to say that other checkpoint that took me an hour and a half? Let alone the room 42 checkpoint that took me like 3 days to beat. What do you gotta say about those? You know, you can say I'm coping all you want, but this is all data that is objective. There is nothing subjective of what I'm saying. Those are the facts. You know? I don't know, bro. I'm just saying. Not to mention that we are also not close to the final rooms. You got room for these nuts in your mouth? Why? Why would you say that? Like, that doesn't answer anything. Not one of those things that I say something and then you retort. That's just a random thing to say. Come on. That's not how these nut chokes work. Yeah, the point is, this game is harder, and I'll keep saying it because it is. Looping, yeah, I'm looping, and you know why I'm looping? Because this game is harder. That's why I'm looping. Otherwise I wouldn't be looping, I would be beating these checkpoints fast. But I'm not because it's hard. More time travel than Warframe? Well, I blame you. Well, actually no, it wasn't you the one that said that this game is easier than my fan game. It was Norton, so I guess I should say that to him. Will only clear this checkpoint next time I show up. It's a possibility, but I don't think it's gonna be today even. You know? You down to farm some prime items after stream? Yeah, I guess I could. Yeah, why not, right? Draenor got attacked with random Japanese. What is your answer gonna be? Mugen these nuts? Is that your answer? From Meiteki Cybernetics. Yeah, but you gotta understand that Draenor only understands Rolling Girl. So if you don't do the lyrics for Rolling Girl, Draenor doesn't understand. So yeah, it's gotta be like that. Mugen nuts this. Exactly. Correct. I know the lyrics to some Japanese songs. Yeah, that's why I mentioned Rolling Girl. Not the ones anyone would expect. Well, I do know about Rolling Girl. Anything else I don't, but that one I do know. So yeah. I feel like the brain rot is coming again. I mean, at least these are more champs than the one on the previous room, but yeah, this smells like brain rot. This is just some good old brain rot right here. God damn it. Not to mention that this game also has a lot of things that you like a lot, Draenor. Like 2 diagonals, one in and one out. Yeah, pretty nice, right? Not to mention having diagonals to even get to this checkpoint. Yeah. Don't you love that? Like, that's the thing. Compared to the sort of shit that you see in this game, I feel like a saint. I just feel like a saint, dude. I can sleep at night. That's the thing. Cope harder. Look, if one day you have the balls to play this game from zero, which you won't, you will understand what I'm saying. But yeah. you will understand. And no, don't tell me, oh, I play Crimson Needle. I don't give a shit about Crimson Needle. I'm talking about this game. This is the one I'm talking about. Not the Crimson Needle. You know? Well, it will be, however, the ultimate fucked up shit to say that Crimson Needle is harder than my fan game. That will be some very brave thing to say. I mean the opposite. That they might keep getting harder and easier mixed up. I mean that my fan game is harder than Crimson Needle. God damn it. I keep mixing them up. Well, you get what I mean. Like, that will be extremely fucked up for anyone to say that. Somehow. Yeah, looping these nuts in your mouth or something. What about that? If you're talking about CN3, it's a completely different type of needle. Well, yeah, but I mean, regardless of what type of needle it is, it will take a specific time for most people to beat, or it will make most people give up, but you can compare it using those measurements. And this champ is so fucking cancer. It's a bind champ into a diagonal while keeping the button pressed. Well, maybe that's the key. You don't have to leave it pressed. Maybe you're supposed to release it around here, which makes it even more cancer. And then do the double champ. Damn, yeah, this champ looks awful, dude. I'm not gonna do it today. But yeah, I don't know if I can do it next time either. It's good needle. Is this good needle? Is it? I don't know. Anyways, forget about Crimson Needle. What I gonna do is I'm out of here, which is unrelated to that, but yeah, just wanted to let you know. Alright, I don't know if I can, well, I probably can beat the, yeah, don't expect it anytime soon, but yeah. What I will keep saying and I will keep looping is that this game is harder than my fan game, and I will keep saying it. I will keep saying that this game is harder. It is. I don't care. This is where this is where my flag is. Where my what I defend. That this game is harder. So yeah, hope that you, you know, you got that in your mind, and you probably do with how much I repeated it, but yeah. Thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream, so have a good one, and take care.